Tonight on the PageantCast, we have Amanda Moreno. She is Miss International 2016, and she's going to be talking to us about the pageant and her platform. That's Amanda Moreno tonight on the PageantCast. TKPN.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
Hi, I'm Amy Gregorio, Mrs. International 2013, and you're watching PageantCast, the internet's first podcast about beauty pageants. And here is your host, Tim Crenchman.
Welcome to the PageantCast. We're so pleased that you could join us. We have a great program tonight because over in our green room across the magical Skype lines, we have Amanda Moreno. She is Miss International 2016. Hello, Amanda.
Hi, everyone.
It is wonderful to get to see you. I have heard so many positive things about you. It is amazing that we haven't connected before this, because you've been in pageants for a while, haven't you?
I have, about 15 years. And I'm only 24, so quite a long time.
Yeah, not bad. So where are we calling you tonight?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia. This is actually the area that I do all my YouTube videos from, so a little behind the scenes of what goes on back here.
Ooh, well, take a look. I'm gonna do a single shot now of her. Now, please show off. What is that over to your left?
This
Okay.
is my crown. This is my Miss International crown. Then I also have a candle because I love smelling good candles. A picture of my wonderful fiance, and then this is my robe that I love to wear because I get cold all the time, and it's from our sponsor Title Wear, so it has my title and everything on it.
That is fantastic. And as for the candle, right back there by the teddy bear, I have one of those wax warmers because I need it. You got to relax when you're talking to the most beautiful women in the world. You need to have something to try to keep you from just having a heart attack with all the beauty I get to see on display here on the show. So, let's talk a little bit. Let's quickly ask about some of your pageantants, and that would be your past pageants. What are some of the pageants that you did before getting to Miss International?
Yeah, so I grew up in a lot of youth pageants. I am from Georgia, so pageantry is pretty big here. But the funny story is I actually looked at doing Miss International years prior to competing, and I never felt like I was good enough. And then to actually be on that stage with all of those young women who are just the highest caliber competitors, and then to be a representative from a group of winners, it's just like the best blessing in the entire world.
Fantastic. Now, I'm going to get right to what we always talk about with our special international pageant title holders, and we're going to go to your platform. So you created the True Beauty movement from the floor up. What is it?
Yeah, so we are an international organization that works to cultivate positive body image and character in young women. Growing up, I was bullied about my weight, about my appearance, about my hair, everything about me. And because of that, I had a very low self-esteem and ended up facing an eating disorder for 3 years. So I created this organization to help young women redefine beauty worldwide. Through workshops and social media and international alliances, we're able to do just that.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, where can people find out more about the True Beauty movement? See, I'm leading her right into that. So
So we are on Facebook, and then we're also at truebeautymovement.org. And then on Instagram, we are the True Beauty Movement. So I'm excited. Once I pass on my title, that page will become a lot more active. So I'm excited to continue to pour into young women that way.
And I want to remind people, when we do the completed reviews of everything, we will have the websites in the show notes for everybody, so you can just click and you don't have to roll back and forth and see everything. I just want to show something to you, Amanda. If you look at the chat room, it is filling up already with people that are saying hi, including past Miss International that I know, Sarah Beckman, is in there right now. So we want to say hello to everybody in the chat room. Thanks for coming out tonight for this very special show. So, Amanda, tell me, I went through your biography, and I've been dying to ask you about this. What is an applausogram? And you worked at Disney World? What's going on? Tell me about this.
I did. I've been going to Disney ever since I was 3 years old, every year for Christmas. So growing up, I always knew that I wanted to work for the company. Okay. And so when I got into college, I actually applied for one of the internships, and I was able to work as concierge and guest relations at Coronado Springs. And because I had experienced so many years of magic myself, I wanted to give that back to other guests so they could have the same experience. So an applausogram is when one of your guests recognizes you, emails corporate about you, and celebrates the work that you did. And this family that helped me receive that award was so special. And when you get to read their comments, they actually said it felt like a real Disney princess was helping me. So that's kind of goals, and dreams do come true.
I was about to say, take a look once more to your left. There is a crown right there, so you are a princess now. Now, do you think that's what motivated you into getting into pageants, was to be a princess, or what was it exactly?
So my mom and dad are actually watching at home. Hi, guys. But they will tell you that when I was a little girl, I was a tomboy. I loved playing soccer and softball and all sorts of sports. I come from a Colombian family, so soccer is kind of big to us. And when I thought of doing a pageant, we actually just got a flyer in the mail. And, you know, for Cinderella, a pair of shoes changed her life. But for me, it was that flyer. And it changed everything and really started my trajectory into this industry.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite phase of competition? You know, there's the fitness wear, there's the interview, there's evening gown. In some pageants, there's photogenic. What is your favorite phase of competition?
I always loved interview because it was that time I got to sit one-on-one with a judge and express my heart to them why I was here, what my intentions were, and what I planned to do with the job and why I should be trusted with that responsibility. Because, you know, on stage, you can use nonverbal communication, but to actually articulate your thoughts to a judge and have their attention for 5 minutes, that is an incredible opportunity.
So, I told you before we went on the air that I prefer the panel style of interview. What do you prefer in interview, and what type of judge are you looking for? What type of questions are you looking for as a contestant? So this is your opportunity to tell the judges what you think of them.
Well, I know the international judges, they're pretty amazing. As I mentioned, Krista Wanis is one of my favorite Miss Internationals. Of course, Sarah Wall as well. But she was one of my judges, and I looked up to her so much. And honestly, she was a tough judge when I had her. And it was round robin, which is the style that I prefer, because I feel like that judge has the opportunity to ask you specific questions they have. Because what I always tell my contestants when I'm coaching them is that judges have needs too. And as a contestant, it is your goal to meet those needs and help them understand that you really are ready for the job.
So let's talk a little bit. You opened the door, so I'm going to go through. You do a little coaching. Where do you do your coaching, and how can people find out more?
I do. So I work out of my apartment, and in August, I will be having a very special surprise for all my clients. We're taking a step up with Amanda Moreno Consulting, so I'm really excited about that. But for more information on my coaching services, you can go to www.amandamoreno.com. And I love coaching because it's not just about preparing a client for the pageant. It's about preparing her for life and to reach all the dreams and aspirations that she really does have.
Now, of course, if you want to learn more about Miss International, the website is not what you think it would be. It's miss-international.us, and there's a picture of you right there on the website. No, you're not doing that. Let me tell you, it's not a very innocent pixie-like picture there. That is very not...
It's a little bit more risque, but what's cool about it is that it's very fashion forward.
And it's
one of the
gorgeous.
things that makes international different is that it is glamorous and there is that fashion forward side of it. But it's also about the difference you're making in your community. So I love that. There you can see my face, and then you can go read about my bio and everything that I do for the community.
All right, and I'm going to put this up on the chat room, so look over at your chat room. We just got a mention that Jen Marie 125 says she agrees you get a better connection with the judges with a round-robin interview. So I guess I'm outvoted. And it hurts my feelings.
That's a place, though. And the cool thing about panel, you can't dictate how a pageant runs. But if you do experience a panel, you have the opportunity to get more questions. And you have the opportunity that when you say something funny, all the judges hear it. So you don't have to try to be funny later on in the interview as well.
Well, I used to... Okay, here's a story about me. I used to do soundboard at church, and we had 3 services in the morning, and I did sound for all 3. And if a joke worked in the first sermon, he always tried it again in the second and the third. It was never as good. It was never as good. It was always the first time that was the best, and that's one of the things you really capture that way. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do show and tell. Yay! And then if we get enough interactivity, and it looks like we got a fairly good group there in our live chat, we're going to try questions from the chat room. So what I need out of you right now, Amanda, is your best pageant wave as we say goodbye to this episode and we move on. So let's see your best. Yeah, stretch them out. Okay, let's see your best pageant wave. Well, that was anticlimactic. Look at that. That's the wiggle, everybody. That's the wiggle. Nice. Very wonderful. Thank you so much, Amanda. And we'll have more with you in future episodes. This is Amanda Moreno. She's Miss International 2016. Tiara Dreams, everybody.
Thanks for joining the most beautiful audience on the internet, the PageantCast audience. This is Jessie Ledoux, Miss International 2013, wishing you Tiara Dreams.
It's here! Now the PageantCast has an app for your Android phone. The longest running podcast on beauty pageants on the internet is now available in app form in the Google Play Store. It includes quick connections to PageantCast on Facebook, Twitter, and our massive YouTube channel. Not to mention our great website. Listen and watch our content on your phone anywhere. Download in Google Play Store today for free.